You're listening to
Catholic Sprouts,
the daily podcast for Catholic kids that strives to plant seeds of faith. Hey there, Sprouts. Today is Wednesday, November 25th, 2020. Today is also the feast day of St. Catherine of Alexandria. Now, this week on the Catholic Sprouts podcast, we are remembering just how thankful we need to be for our relationship with Jesus Christ. It is our number one possession. Even if everything else is taken away from us, our money, our friends, even our family, a relationship with Jesus Christ can never be taken away from us, and it is so valuable that we should be willing to even give up our life for it. And we have some incredible examples of people that have done this already. We've already talked about two of them this week. Blessed Miguel Pro died a martyr in Mexico. St. Andrew Dunglock and 117 others died as martyrs for the Christian faith in Vietnam. We also heard the story of Our Lady of La Vang, who appeared in Vietnam to those that were fleeing persecution as Christians. We are so lucky to have such a loving mother just watching over us from heaven. Now, today we're going to go way back in history to the 300s. Today is the feast day of St. Catherine of Alexandria. Now, she is a very interesting saint. And as is the case with a lot of saints that lived a long time ago, her story is fantastic. Things that happened a long time ago, sometimes they can get sort of mixed up with folklore, but you know what? That's okay, because there is still a very important lesson for us here. And so here is the story of St. Catherine of Alexandria. So first of all, if you know geography, Alexandria is a city in Egypt. It is way up on the Mediterranean Sea in the north of Egypt. And Alexandria was known for an incredible library. It was there, and of course, this was the time when books had to be copied by hand. So a book was an incredible thing, and it took a ton of work to put together, and they were very expensive. So the fact that in Alexandria, Egypt, there was a whole building full of books was a wonder. Also, at this time, Alexandria was part of the Roman Empire. Rome had, of course, gone all through the ancient world, conquered various places, and Alexandria was one of those places. Catherine was part of the royal family. She probably was partially Egyptian, but also partially Roman. And many of the people that she lived and interacted with were Roman and part of the Roman government. Catherine was very beautiful, very intelligent, and she grew up as a pagan, not a Christian. But story has it that at one point, Mary, our mother, appeared to Catherine in a dream or a vision. She was so beautiful, and she spoke to her sweetly about the truth of Jesus Christ. Instantly, St. Catherine knew that this was the truth, and she converted. She was also given the gift of great knowledge of the faith. When she was still young, in her teens, the story has it that she debated over 50 philosophers, pagan philosophers that had studied and known all the philosophy could offer. She debated them, and she debated so incredibly with such wisdom that they instantly converted. They became Christian as well. And not just them, but over 200 soldiers and many other officials in the Roman government set up there in Alexandria. It was a big upheaval. Unfortunately, Catherine of Alexandria's father was not one of those converts, and there were many other powerful people in the government, including the emperor, who were not impressed with her. So, because Christianity, once again, was not accepted, they saw it as dangerous. And when all of these people refused to give up their faith, they were killed. Catherine herself, since she had started all of this, she was assigned the worst death of all. In fact, they came up with a super creative way to kill her. She was sentenced to be killed on a spiked wheel, a big torture contraption to kill her slowly and painfully. But yet the story has it that she entered into a deep amount of prayer. And as she was being brought to this torture thing to be killed, she simply touched it and it shattered as if it were glass, just shattered. Of course, the emperor was not amused, and he instead just had her beheaded. Now, the story of Catherine of Alexandria is a little bit of a crazy story, and yet it has some powerful lessons for us. First of all, cling to Mary. Mary, as many saints have said, is the quickest way to Jesus through Mary. So just as Mary appeared to St. Catherine of Alexandria and converted her, she can do the same for us. Next, grow in wisdom. Know your faith and don't be afraid to talk about it, even if people disagree with you. Pray for the gift of wisdom that you can convert others and bring them to Jesus. And of course, finally, they can take everything from you. They can take everything, even your life, but they can never take your relationship with Jesus because we know that that goes beyond this life. So just as Blessed Miguel Pro and Saint Andrew Dunlock and Saint Catherine of Alexandria gave their lives out of love for Jesus Christ, hopefully we will never be asked to do that, but we know that a relationship with Jesus Christ is more valuable than anything. And so, Sprouts, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We will be off. No new podcast episodes tomorrow or Friday. My challenge for you simply is to be thankful. In Thanksgiving, spend time with Jesus alone. Thank Him for all that He does for you, just you privately in your personal relationship. Thank Him and value that relationship above all else. That's it for Catholic Sprouts today. We'll be back tomorrow, but until then, continue to grow in your faith and truly sprout into the beautiful creation that God created you to be. Just one more thing. Here in the United States, we will be celebrating Thanksgiving on Thursday and Friday of this week. For this reason, there will be no new episodes on those days. So just look for new episodes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But we will be back with new content on Monday, November 30th.